press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome to history class, the nationalism in India. The continued part of nationalism in India. In the last period we have discussed so many things we have discussed. Rowlatt Act, civil disobedience movement, Swaraj means of plantation, Swaraj means of industrialist, Swaraj means of peasant, small peasant and rich peasant, industrialist and workers. What was their role in the civil disobedience movement? And next, in this chapter, we shall continue the limits of civil disobedience movement. What are the wrong things of civil disobedience movement? The limits of civil disobedience movement. Okay, let us continue. Not all social groups were moved by abstract concept of Swaraj. Abstract, which means we cannot visible the concept of Swaraj. That is called abstract. Concrete, which means we can see the visible of Swaraj. Abstract concept of not all social group. All social groups, which means untouchables, touchables, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Muslim, these are all the social groups were moved, not all social groups were moved by the abstract concept of Swaraj. One such group was the nation's untouchables. Among these, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, the fifth one community, it was called as untouchables. Untouchables were included by out of caste, street sweepers, and next to cleaner, latrine cleaner. These are all called untouchables. The fifth group of Varna were called as untouchables. These people, they were exploited by Brahmana community, Kshatriya community. Always, it was one of the heinous activity according to by Gandhiji. Untouchables who from around the 1930s had begun to call themselves Dalit or oppressed. Dalit, which means untouchables. Those who were, one last question, those who were called as untouchables, Dalit were called as untouchables according to Gandhiji. Oppressed, which means they were oppressed which means Dabbalike. They were exploited by Brahmana community. Because always they were a very lower community and they were always exploited by the highest community. Shudra and untouchables. These two people were, the situation is very worsened and they were always exploited. That's why 1930s began to call themselves, andre avarestge avare 1930 alli began to call themselves Dalits, and also they had to move from their society. That's why 1930, around of 1930, began to call themselves Dalit or oppressed. Oppressed, which means Dalit community, it was also called as oppressed. They were oppressed by Brahmana community. For long, the Congress had ignored the Dalitas. The long years, when the Congress, it was established 1885. 1885, Congress was established by A.O. Hume. Since 1885, 1930, Congress had ignored the Dalitas. Dalitarana ಏನು ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು ignore ಮಾಡಿತ್ತು. Why had Congress ignored the Dalitas? One more question. Why had the Congress ignored the Dalitas? For fear offending the Sanatanis. Sanatanis, which means Brahmana community, they were called as Sanatana community. Sanatana, which means always they were believing Hindu religious. According to Hindu religious, according to Varna system, according to Vedic system, the Shudras, untouchables, they were born from the foot of the Brahma. Vaishya, they were born from here. Next, Kshatriya, they were born from. They were born from shoulder of the Brahma. Brahmana, they were born from head of Brahma. Like this, the untouchables, ಪಾದಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತವೆ ನೆಲ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಾವುದಾ ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕಂತಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಆನ್ ದ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್. those who should be on the ground, Shudra and untouchables. But Sanatanis, those who were called as Sanatanis, Brahmana, they were called as Sanatanis. why had Congress ignored the Dalitas? For fear, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹೆದರಿ? For fear of offending Sanatanis. For fear of offending, ಅಂದ್ರೆ means problem. Offending which means causing a problem. Problem ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾರಿಂದ? Why had, one marks question, why had the Congress ignored the Dalitas? For fear of offending Sanatanis. The conservative high caste Hindus. The conservative high class Hindus. In the first chapter we have discussed the conservatives. Here also conservatives, those who were Brahmana, they were called as conservatives. Brahmana, they were called as conservatives. Sanatanis, the conservative high caste Hindus. But Mahatma Gandhi declared that Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. Here, Congress, Mahatma Gandhi ji was the part of Congress. He was the leader of Congress. Before Mahatma Gandhi arrived to India, before Mahatma Gandhi, who had taken the power in Congress, before Congress had ignored the Dalitas. Why ignored? For fear of offending the Sanatanis, the conservative high caste Hindus. High caste Hindus. Okay, but Mahatma Gandhi declared that Swaraj would not come 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? ಸ್ವರಾಜ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು 100 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ರೂ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವಾಗ? ಅನ್ಟಚಬಿಲಿಟಿ ನಾವು ಹೀಗೆ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ. If we do not together, if we not together, we cannot achieve our freedom, our Swaraj 100 years. Who declared that? Mahatma Gandhi ji said this line. If declared that Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. Okay, next, this is the system of society. This is the caste system of our society. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra and untouchables. And upper in the sword they are God. Okay, na? God. Here like these untouchables. Next, he called the Harijanas. He called the untouchables Harijan. Called the untouchables. Who called? One marks question. Who called untouchables as Harijan? One marks question. Who called untouchables as Harijan? Mahatma Gandhi ji called. Those who were called as Harijan, untouchables were called as Harijan. Those who called, Mahatma Gandhi ji called untouchables as Harijan. Untouchables as Harijan. Untouchables as Harijan are the children of God. Mahatma Gandhi ji called untouchables are Harijan. Harijan, which means Devru. Hari andre Paramatma. Jan andre means children, which means untouchables, which means according to Gandhiji, children of God. Those who called untouchables are Harijan, Mahatma Gandhiji. Harijan, which means the children of God, organizing satyagraha to secure them entry into temples. They were denying to entry the temple. Untouchables were denying to entry the temples. There were several imposement on untouchables. They were not able to entry into the temples. They were denied the entry of temples and accessed public wells. What were the forms of exploitations of untouchables before the freedom in India? Before the freedom movement of India, the first one is they were denied to enter the temples, and next they were not access to public wells. They were not touch tanks. They were not walking on the roads. They were not going to school. Or school ಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಂತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ರೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವಂತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಬಳಸುವಂತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ, why did Mahatma Gandhiji organize satyagraha? 3 marks question. Why did Mahatma Gandhiji organize satyagraha during the civil disobedience movement? The limits of civil disobedience movement. What were the major problem of this movement? What were the major problem of this movement? These are the problems. What were the problems? The first one is denied of entry into temples, and next denied access to public wells. But Mahatma Gandhi, tanks, roads and schools. But Mahatma Gandhiji, why did he organize satyagraha? First point number 1, to secure them entry into temples. The Harijanas, all are human beings. We should not make caste system. We should not practice caste system according to Mahatma Gandhiji. We are everybody, all human beings. The blood is red blood. The red blood is streaming all of human body. That's why we should not make caste system. Entry to temples and next access to public wells. Everybody should have access to public wells according to Gandhiji. And next access to tanks. Tanks, which means ಕೆರೆಗಳನ್ನು ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ untouchables. They should not touch tanks. But Mahatma Gandhiji, he organized satyagraha to access public wells, tanks and roads. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ 56 ಅಡಿ ದೂರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. Untouchables had to maintain the distance far away from the Brahmana people, far away from 56 feet. And also you have seen, I hope you see the Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar serial, how Ambedkar were exploited by Iyer community. And schools, okay, why did Mahatma Gandhiji organize satyagraha? To secure them entry into temples, access to public well, tanks, road and schools. He himself, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂಗ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ? He himself cleaned the toilets to dignify the work of the Bhangi. He himself cleaned the toilets. ಅವನೇ ಸ್ವತಃ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಯಾರು? ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ. To dignify the work of the Bhangi, the sweepers. ಏನ್ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಲ್ಲ, they were called as Bhangi. Those who were called as Bhangi, the sweepers, they were called as Bhangi. That dignify the work, the cleaning of toilet, that was one of the dignity work ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ರು. Those who showed talents to dignify the works of Bhangi, Mahatma Gandhiji. He himself, ಅವನೇ ಸ್ವತಃ Mahatma Gandhiji ಸ್ವತಃ he himself cleaned the toilet to dignify the work of Bhangi and pressure the upper caste to change their heart and give up the sin of untouchability. Give up the sin of untouchability, which means pursued ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನವೊಲಿಸಿದರು. ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ upper caste which means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. These three people were pursued by Mahatma Gandhiji. ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಏನಂತ ಮನವೊಲಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ what were the major achievements of Mahatma Gandhiji in order to upliftment of untouchables? ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ untouchables ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1, Mahatma Gandhi himself cleaned toilets to dignify the work of Bhangi. We have to respect our work, whatever it. I am teaching, I have to respect my teaching job. You are a student, you are respect your job. And next, road cleaner, he has to respect his job. Okay? And driver, he has to respect his job. Like this, Mahatma Gandhiji told that you have to respect your job. And second one point is, Mahatma Gandhiji pursued upper caste to change their heart and give up the sin of untouchability. Pursued, ಮನವೊಲಿಸಿದ ಯಾರು? ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಟು ಚೇಂಜ್ ದೇರ್ ಹಾರ್ಟ್. ಅವರ ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. He was trying to change their heart and give up the sin of untouchability. Give up the sin of untouchability. Sin of untouchability, which means untouchability ಅಂತಕ್ಕನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಪಾಪ ಅಂತಕ್ಕನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಗಿವ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದೇಳಿ ಕರೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಕಾರ್ಡು. That give up the sin of untouchability. But many Dalit leaders were keen on different political solution to the problem of the community. What were the major achievements of Mahatma Gandhiji or reforms of Mahatma Gandhiji in order to upliftment of untouchables? The first one is he himself cleaned toilets to dignify the work of the Bhangi, and he pursued upper caste to change their heart and give up the sin of untouchability. But these are two achievements, these are two reforms made by Mahatma Gandhi. And next, but many Dalit leaders were keen on a different political solution to the problem of community. But some of the Dalit leaders, like Ambedkar, Jyotiba Phule, so many Dalit leaders, keen on a different political solution to the problem of the community. They began organizing themselves, demand reserved seats in educational institutions. ಬರೀ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಅವರ ಮನವೊಲಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆನಾ? If you pursued the upper caste, we cannot change it. That's why so many leaders, different political solution. They have taken different political solutions. What were the different political solutions taken by many Dalit leaders? Example, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The first one is solution to the problem of the community. Okay, many Dalit leaders were keen on different political solution to the problem of the community. What were their important solution? The first one is they began organizing, demanding reserved seats in educational institution. Point number one, SC and ST community or any other backward communities demanding reserved seats. Now you can see the reservation for SC and ST. It was contributed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay, na? Many Dalit 1 marks or 2 marks question. Many Dalit leaders were keen on a different political solution to the problem of the community. What were their functions or what were their solutions in order to upliftment of their community? First one is they began organizing themselves, demanding reserved seats in educational institution. Educational institution, college, either college, school, university. These education institution should provide reservation for in the educational institution. Okay, and second one point is what are their solutions? Second one point, a separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. Separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. Electorate, which means one place. It is one of the village. This village reserved by only for SC community. This is called separate electorate. Now we can see the one village here, SC and ST. These two people are there and Lingayat are there. But this is not a separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. But ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗ. ಬಟ್ SC ಒಂದೇ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು A ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವಿಲೇಜ್. A is a village. It is reserved by only SC. It is called as SC separate electorate. SC separate electorate. Point number one, demanding reserved seat in educational institution. Second point, a separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. Again, there were provincial elections were going on. That's why they demanded separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. Third one, political empowerment. They believed would resolve the problems of their social disabilities. We need according to them, they needed political empowerment. They had to participate in the election. They had to take the reservation seat. Okay, this political empowerment, they believed would resolve the problem of their disabilities. You know, they were not taking any facilities from the government. That's why these problems were solved by only political empowerment. If we participate in the politics, if we participate in the election, our problems will be solved according to them. Okay, and next, Dalit participate in the civil disobedience movement was therefore limited, particularly in Maharashtra and Nagpur region, where their organization was quite strong. Okay, here you can see this is one of the problem. The limits of civil disobedience movement concept mein limits means the problems of civil disobedience. The first problem is a participation of Dalits were less. First problem is the participation of Dalits were less. Why? Or ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ಯಾವ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? They may ask like this: Dalit participate in the civil disobedience movement was therefore limited. But why? Reasons ಏನಂದ್ರೆ give reasons. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ Dalit participation in the civil disobedience movement was therefore limited. Why? What were their reasons? Give reasons. Because but many Dalit leaders were keen on a different political solution to the problems of community. They began organizing themselves, demanding reserved seats in educational institution and separate electorate that would choose the Dalit members for legislative council. Political empowerment, they believed, would resolve the problems of their social disabilities. Therefore, Dalit participation in the civil disobedience movement was limited. limited. Artha aitu? I hope you have understood. Okay. Dalit participation in the civil disobedience movement was limited. Give reasons. Reasons are many Dalit leaders were keen on a different political solution to the problems of the community. They began organizing themselves, demanding reserved seats in educational institutions and a separate electorate that would choose Dalit members for legislative council. Political empowerment, they believed, would resolve the problems of their social disabilities. That's why they did not participate in the civil disobedience movement. Okay, they wanted their welfare, their community welfare. Most of them Nagpur and Maharashtra region. It was led by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And next, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who organized the Dalit into the Depressed Class Association in 1930. Who founded different Depressed Class Association in 1930? One marks question, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. One marks question, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Who organized the Dalitas into the Depressed Class Association in 1930? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. When was it established? 1930. Clashed with Mahatma Gandhiji at the second round table conference by demanding separate electorates for Dalits. Here you can see there are 3 round table conference. As I told that in the last class, 3 round table conference which were held in London, the Palace of London. First round table conference, Gandhiji did not participate in the first round. Gandhiji and Congress did not participate in the first round table conference. Why? Because the Simon Commission. Because of the Simon Commission, Gandhiji were opposing the first round table conference. After the Simon Commission, there were many political leaders arrested by the British. In order to oppose of this incident, Mahatma Gandhi did not participate in the first round table conference. But Dr. B.R. Ambedkar participated. But in the second round table conference, which was held at 1931 in London, this is the round table conference. Okay, Mahatma Gandhiji participated in the second round table conference, but there was a clashes between Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The second round table conference by demanding separate electoral for Dalits. Why was clashes happened between Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar? ಯಾಕೆ ಇವರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ second round table conference by demanding separate electoral for Dalits. When the British government considered Ambedkar's demand, Gandhiji began to fast unto death. Okay, why was it happened? Hangadre ee separate ಯಾಕೆ ಇವರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕ್ಲಾಶ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Between whom did? Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Our clashes took place between Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Why? Because Mahatma Gandhiji strongly believed that separate electoral for Dalits would slow down the process of their integration into society. But according to Ambedkar, he needed a separate electoral for Dalits. Andre means ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟೋರಲ್ ಬೇಕಾಯಿತು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್, ಬಟ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟೋರಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ electorates that is separate, because this a village it is reserved by SC. Like this, it was needed Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, which was needed electoral for Dalits, because he was exploited by the higher caste of people. He faced the problems of lowest caste of society. He needed separate electors for Dalit. That's why there was a clashes took place between Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Why? In the second round table conference, because Dr. B.R. Ambedkar demanding separate electoral for Dalit. When the British government considered Ambedkar's demand, andre adna consider ಮಾಡಿ British government they were trying to give the separate electoral college, but Mahatma Gandhiji began a fast unto death. Why did Mahatma Gandhiji begin a fast unto death, which means ಸಾಯುವವರೆಗೂ ಉಪವಾಸ, ಅಮರಣಾಂತ ಉಪವಾಸ, a fast unto death, a fast unto the death. This was one of the longest process which was taken by Mahatma Gandhiji. Why did he take this decision? Why did he begin a fast unto death? Because the British government considered the Ambedkar's demand of separate electoral for Dalit. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Why did Mahatma Gandhi begin a fast unto death? Because when the British government considered Ambedkar's demand of separate electorates for Dalit. Okay. Why did the clash take place between Mahatma Gandhi and Ambedkar? Because Ambedkar was demanding separate electoral for Dalit. Mahatma Gandhi fast unto death ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, but he believed the separate. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಟು ಡೆತ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ದಟ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ದ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇತ್ತು ಏನು, ಹಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟೋರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಲಿತ್ಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಹಿಮ್, ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ, ಹಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡೈವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 8 religions, 4,000 castes are there. If the government provide the separate electoral college, separate electorates ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಸೀಟ್, electorates separate. A village it was reserved by SC, B village it is reserved by ST, C village it is reserved by like Lingayata. Like this the British, if the British provide, it would slow down the process of their integration into society. We cannot. British, they wanted this system because they wanted to break the unity between Hindu and Muslim. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಯೂನಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಒಡೆಯೋದು ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರಿಗೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ದೇ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡೆಡ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟರಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಅಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ. ವೈ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ದ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಲಿತ್ ವುಡ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಇಂಟು ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಹೊಡೆದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಿಂಗ್ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅವ್ರವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ದೇ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫಿಶ್ನೆಸ್, but they do not help our nation, they did not help our Swaraj. That's why Mahatma Gandhi started fast unto death. Ambedkar ultimately accepted. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ, when Mahatma Gandhi started, Ambedkar, he did not agree with this Mahatma Gandhi. So many leaders persuaded Ambedkar, such as Rajendra Prasad. So many leaders persuaded Ambedkar, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನನ್ನ ಮನವೊಲಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಫೈನಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಬಂದ್ರು, ಯಾರನ್ನ? ಅಂಬೇಡ್ಕರ್ನ. Ambedkar ultimately accepted Gandhi's position, and the result was the Pune Pact of September 1932. It gave the depressed classes, later to be known as scheduled castes, reserved seats in the provisional central legislative councils, but they were to be voted in the general electorate. The Dalit movement, however, continued to be apprehensive of the Congress-led national movement. Here, after the second round table conference, what happened? First round table conference in 1930. After first round table conference, Gandhi-Irwin Pact took place between Mahatma Gandhi and Irwin. But after the second round table conference 1931, in 1932, there was a Pune Pact. One marks question: between whom did Pune Pact take place? Between whom did Pune Pact take place? It was taken place in Pune. That's why it was called as Pune Pact. Pune Pact took place between Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. Finally, what were the results of Pune Pact? What were the conditions of Pune Pact? First one is Pune Pact. It gave the depressed classes. They were called as scheduled caste. Now we are calling as a SC. Harijan and next Bovi. So many castes included in this group. It gave depressed classes. It gave SC castes reserved seats in the provisional and central legislative council. Here you can see central government exam, central MP election, provincial Karnataka MLA and MLC election. MLA and next MLC election. 100, if 100 seat, ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. I am giving an example. Here, if there are 100 seats, 50 seats are reserved by women, 20 seats are reserved by SC, 20 seats are reserved by 100 seats, 50 general, those who ever participate in this, ಬಟ್ 50 ರಿಸರ್ವ್, 50ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ 20 ಫಾರ್ SC, it is reserved by only SC, and any of the party should not participate in this reserved seat. Like this reserved seat in provincial which means Maharashtra election, Karnataka election, central legislative which means Lok Sabha councils. Okay, point number 1, what are the results of Pune Pact, or what are the conditions of Pune Pact? First condition, it gave the depressed classes reserved seats in provincial and central legislative council, but they were to be voted in by general electorate. Vote ಮಾತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು, ಬಟ್ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇತ್ತು. The Dalit movement, however, continued to be apprehensive of the Congress-led national movement. Okay, and next, some of the Muslim political organizations in India were also lukewarm in their response to the civil disobedience. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಲಕ್ವರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಂಥೂಸಿಸಮ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ಸಾಹ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸೋಬಿಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ ಡಿಕ್ಲೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾನ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಖಿಲಾಫತ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇನ್ ನಾನ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಇನ್ 1921. Khilafat movement was started by Shaukat Ali in 1920. It was headed by Muslim community, it was headed by Hindu community. A large section of Muslim felt alienated from the Congress. After the non-cooperation and Khilafat movement, alienated which means ellaru hora bandru. They were taking away from the Congress. They were left from the Congress, large section of Muslim community. From the mid-1920s, the Congress came to be more visibly associated with the openly Hindu religious nationalist group. Why did they come out? Why did the Muslim community come out from the Congress? 1 marks or 2 marks or 3 marks question. Why did the Muslim community come out from the Congress after the non-cooperation and Khilafat movement? Because Congress came to be more visible associated with the openly Hindu religious. Before that, they were organizing, they were associated. But after the Khilafat and non-cooperation, the Muslim felt alienated from the Congress. Because yake the Congress ಏನು ಯಾದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ to be more visibly associated with openly Hindu religious nationalist group like the Hindu Mahasabha. As relationship between Hindu and Muslim worsened, each community organized religious processions with militant fervor, which means two question hinge kelbadu. A relationship between Hindus and Muslims worsened after non-cooperation and Khilafat movement. Why? Or second question, a large section of Muslims felt alienated from Congress after non-cooperation and Khilafat movement. Why? Simple answer. From the mid of 1920s, Congress to be more visible associated with the openly Hindu religious national group like the Hindu Mahasabha. There was a Hindu Mahasabha, it was established. There are 4 Hindus Mahasabha established. They are more important towards Hindu community. The Muslim community fed up with this incident. They left out from the Congress. Why did they leave from Congress? Because ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ, ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೋರ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಓಪನ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೂ ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮಹಾಸಭಾ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ವೈ ಡಿಡ್ ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಫೀಲ್ ಏಲಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮಿಡ್ ಆಫ್ 1920s, Congress came to more visible associated with the openly Hindu religious nationalist groups like Hindu Mahasabha. The relationship between Hindus and Muslims broken, worsened. Why? Because more visible associated with the openly Hindu religious nationalist group like the Hindu Mahasabha, and each community organized religious processions. They started Ganesha Mahotsava. These religious processes with militant fervor, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಗ್ರವಾಗಿ militant, which means ತುಂಬಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕ, provoking Hindu Muslim communal clashes and riots in various. ಇವು ಯಾದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರವೋಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು? ಪ್ರವೋಕ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಕಮ್ಯುನಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಶಸ್, ಇಬ್ಬರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಜಗಳ ತಂದಿಟ್ಟು. ರೂಯಿಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಗಲಭೆಗಳಾದವು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಸಿಟೀಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ರೂಯಿಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಟೂ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟೀಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ರೂಯಿಟ್ if there was a clashes between Hindu and Muslim happened, there was a distance between Hindus and Muslims, long gap ಆಯ್ತು. Okay, and next the Congress and the Muslim League made efforts to renegotiate an alliance, and in 1927 it appeared that such unity could be forged. The Congress and Muslim League, if we not together we cannot achieve the movement. That's why made effort to renegotiate. Before, when was negotiated between Hindus and Muslim? In 1919, after the Rowlatt Act, after the after the overthrow of Khalifa in Turk, Muslim and Hindu community, they got together, but it was demolished. But in 1927 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ renegotiate an alliance ಆಯಿತು, and it appeared that such unity could be forged, could be give up, could be wanted ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. The important differences were over the question of representation in the future assemblies that were be elected. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, one of the leaders of Muslim League, was willing to give up the demand for separate electorates if Muslims were assured reserved seats in the Central Assembly and representation in proportion to population in the Muslim dominated provinces. But it could be forged unity between Hindus and Muslims. The important differences were over the question of representatives. One important question difference ಬಂತು ಏನು? Represent in the future assemblies, those who will be represented behalf of Hindu, those who will be represented behalf of Muslim community in the future assemblies were to be elected. One of the famous leader of Muslim community, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, one of the leaders of Muslim League, was the leader of Muslim League. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he was one of the lawyer, was willing to give up the demand of separate electorates. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar demanded the separate electorates, but he was willing to give up the demand of separate electorates. He did not want separate electorates. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಇಫ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಅಶ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ಸೀಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಅಸೆಂಬ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ proportion of population in the Muslim dominated provinces Bengal, which means, and Punjab. Bengal no, in the Bangladesh. Here you can see. In this they wanted this reservation here, Muslim reservation, and next in Punjab, this area. No, it is called as Punjab. Then it was called as Pakistan. Then it was called as Punjab. No, it is called as Pakistan. Here in this side, the domination of this area Muslim community. Here also domination of in this area Muslim community. Who wanted? Muhammad Ali Jinnah wanted, one of the famous leader of Muslim League, was willing to give up the demand of separate electorates. He did not want demand of separate electorates, but he wanted. What did he want? What did Muhammad Ali Jinnah need? ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು? If Muslims were assured reserved seats in the Central Assembly, which means Delhi MP seats, it should be reserved by Muslim community, and representation, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು representation? There were a couple of the things said by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, argued by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. First one is assured reserved seats in Central Assembly. Second one is a representation in proportion of population of the Muslim dominated provinces. No, Bengal, no, it is called as Bangladesh, and Punjab, no, it is called as Pakistan. The dominant of Muslim community. Negotiations over the question of the representation continued, but all hope of resolving the issue at the All Parties Conference in 1928 disappeared when Mr. M.R. Jaikar of the Hindu Mahasabha strongly opposed efforts of compromise. Here you can see, Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, he argued the he argued the assured reserve seats in Central Assembly represent in proportion of population in the Muslim dominated province. But negotiations over the question of representation continued, but all hope of resolving the issue at the all parties conference in 1928. But okay, here negotiation question ಅದಕ್ಕೆ representation continued, but all hope of resolving ಇದನ್ನ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ all parties together in 1928, all parties conference, Muslim League, Hindu Mahasabha, Hindu community and Congress, they got together, all parties conference in 1920 disappeared. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಬರಲಿ ಯಾರು, ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಎಂ.ಆರ್. ಜೈಕರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮಹಾಸಭಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ ಅಪೋಸ್ಡ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ಲಿ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ವೈ ಡು ವಿ ಗಿವ್ ರಿಸರ್ವೇಶನ್ ಸೀಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಪ್ರಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಹಿಂದೂ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಖಂದಕ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಯ್ತು. When the civil disobedience movement started, there was thus an atmosphere of suspicion and distrust between communities. When M.R. Jayakar opposed the compromise, what were their demands? What were the demands of Muhammad Ali Jinnah? The first one is reserved seats in Central Assembly, representation in proportion of population of Muslim dominant province, Bengal and Punjab. But here, when the civil disobedience movement started, there was thus an atmosphere of suspicion and distrust between communities. Between whom communities? Hindu and Muslims. Suspicion, which means ಅನುಮಾನಗಳು start. Distrust, ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೊಬ್ಬರು each other they were not trusting, they were always being distrust ಆಗಿದ್ದು. An atmosphere, what was the atmosphere which happened after the M.R. Jayakar, after the all parties conference in 1928? The first one is distrust and suspicion between two communities. Alienated from the Congress, Muslim League alienated from the Congress andre hora bantu. Large section of Muslim could not respond the call for united struggle. Many Muslim leaders and intellectuals expressed their concern about the status of Muslim as a minority within India. They feared that the culture and identity of minorities would be submerged under the domination of Hindu majority. Why? 3 marks question. There was thus an atmosphere of suspicion, distrust between two communities. Why did it start? Alienated from the Congress, large section of Muslims could not respond to the call of united struggles. Why? Andre united struggles, which means civil disobedience movement, they did not support. Who did not support? Muslim community did not support. Why? ಯಾಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ? 3 marks question. ಯಾಕೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ many Muslim leaders and intellectual expressed, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, many Muslim leaders expressed their concern about the status of Muslims as a minority within India. Minority, which means very less number within India. ನಾವು ಭಾರಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಮೈನಾರಿಟಿ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ದೇ ಫಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೈನಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸಬ್ಮರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಡೊಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ. ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಯ್ತು. ದ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, ಐಡೆಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಮೈನಾರಿಟೀಸ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸಬ್ಮರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಡೊಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಡೂ? ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೂದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಿದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಹಾಳಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಸಬ್ಮರ್ಜ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಹಿಂದೂ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ, if we demolish if we submerge Hindu community, definitely we will demolish our culture, our identify ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರೇನಾದ್ರು they did not support united for a united struggle. and next ಇದರಿಂದ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು? ಓಕೆ, I hope you have understood limits of freedom struggle movement or limits of civil disobedience movement. I hope you have understood what we have discussed. We have discussed the limits of civil disobedience. First one is Mahatma Gandhi ji, how did organize, why did organize for the upliftment of Dalit communities, and next Hindu and there was a unity between Hindu and Muslims, and next we have discussed the Muslim League, and next we have discussed the uh, Hindu and Muslim community, relationship between Hindu and Muslim community. It was version and why, and next some in Dalit leaders who did not support the civil disturbance movement. Why? These are all which have been discussed in this class. Next, let us continue with the sense of belonging. Thank you.